Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Tuesday. Welcome to Purpose Journey Counseling. Today is Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022. We are just trucking away. I cannot believe that next week will be September. But good morning to each and every one of you. It is early, it is 7 a.m. on Tuesday morning, but I want to say good morning to you on behalf of Purpose Journey Counseling. My name is Dr. Natatu North, and I am the owner and therapist of Purpose Journey Counseling, LLC, located in Cincinnati, Ohio. So we're in Ohio, y'all. But I want to say good morning. Good morning to you. We are live this morning on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and we are live on Twitter. Following this broadcast, I will post the YouTube link on Instagram. I do have to go back. I see. I will say as a disclaimer, the only real social media that I used before this platform was Facebook. So I'm still learning the nuances of everything else. But for some reason, Instagram, I can't go live on Instagram from this platform. So I will post the YouTube link on Instagram following the broadcast, and eventually I'm prayerful that I will learn how to do that live. So I do invite you this morning to please like, follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to share. Just put the plug in. This is meant for us to all encourage each other. This is the purpose of these messages during the week. So let's please like, follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and share. I also invite you to interact and engage in the comments section. It's very rich dialogue that can go on in the comments section. So it is my ask that we use it in order to do so. So good morning again. It is Tuesday. So as custom for Purpose Journey Counseling, on Tuesdays we have Tuesday Talk. So Tuesday Talk. And today we are talking about, I'll say it. But before I say it, I just want to say that I have been so inspired this year about all these back to school posts and seeing these babies and these not so much babies anymore, meaning our young adult children, because I got one too going to college, and parents and caregivers, guardians dropping them off at school or posting pictures. We do it every year, but there has been something really, really inspiring to me this year about seeing it and watching it. Yesterday was my kid's first day of school, and I remember dropping my son off, and I'm like, I'm excited about this. And it's not because, I want him out the house. No, it wasn't that, because I work anyway, so it wouldn't matter if they were home or not. But I got inspired by watching these babies going back to school. Even the young adult grown babies, they still are babies. My son, 18, still my baby. But I got inspired by that. But the other thing that I thought about in looking at that is how important our, meaning adults, whether you are a biological parent or not, is irrelevant. That our job as adults is so important when it comes to our children, our babies. Why? Because the children are watching. Like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. What is that? What do I mean when I say that? That means that we make jokes about this all the time, but children are paying attention to what we do, what we don't do, what we say, what we don't say, how we act, how sometimes we react rather than respond. The things that we are engaging in or encountered with on a daily basis, they are watching us. And it's important for us to be aware of that. It is so important, the witness that we have as adults. Again, whether you have biological children or not, doesn't matter. If you know a child, if you're around a child, if it's a niece, a nephew, a godchild, it doesn't matter. Those children are watching us. And we talk about kids and their minds being like sponges and how they're taking it all in. And I just want to put this out there. You want to know what happened? Ask the child who witnessed the event. It's interesting. Even if it's a totally adult thing, you thought there were no kids in the room, or you thought the kids weren't paying any attention. You're like, well, what happened? And not necessarily something bad or negative, just something in general. You want to know what happened? Ask the child. Because the child will say, well, auntie said this, and then my uncle said this, and then cousin so-and-so said this, and then mom did that, and then dad, grandma, mama, whomever, they know because they are watching. We have a very awesome task. These children, even for those of us who are biological parents, they really don't belong to us. They really belong to God. So God gives us an awesome responsibility and an awesome task to watch over our babies, to raise and rear them. It's more than just, I supply their basic needs. So we have an awesome responsibility, a great task. And again, it does not mean that you have to be perfect, because you won't be. I read a quote somewhere a while ago that said, while adults are raising children, something like this, we're still growing up ourselves. So while I'm a full adult, I'm still growing up and I'm still maturing, but my children are not just depending on me to make sure they have food and they have clothes, but my children are also depending on me to teach them how to do this thing called life. Children are resilient, absolutely, but they are also very impressionable. So the lessons we're teaching, sometimes, we like to remove ourselves, and it's not to say that we're always to blame, but a lot of times we wonder, where did that come from? Or I don't know why that attitude is there. I don't know why they're responding the way that they do. A lot of times it's because they've seen it in us. We can see a lot of different things that are going on with our kids these days, and we just have to be very cautious. Won't go down that rabbit hole this morning. We have to be very cautious about what we're showing our children, whether it's how to resolve conflict, whether it's how to engage and build relationships with others. It causes us to have to look inward to say, what can I do to help a child around me? How can I be a better example? How can I lead by example? Again, not to perfection. It's even being able to have conversations with our children. I know one of the things that was very common when I was growing up was when an adult told you to do something, the next response was, because I told you so. Don't ask no questions. Like it was just like spitfire. Like, no. You just do what I said. And while in some ways, it's not saying that they should be able to, quote unquote, question everything, or that there's no room for any type of conversation. But in order for our children to really understand, there has to be dialogue. Children have to have a safe space to be able to ask a question, and not so much, why I gotta wash the dishes, Mom? Because I said so. Well, maybe if they understood their role in the family, and maybe if they understood that it's everybody's responsibility to take care of the home that the family has been blessed with, and everybody has to play their part, and everyone has responsibilities, then maybe it would cause them to be a little bit more vested and invested in caring about the home that they live in. Or maybe instead of saying, I'm not going to buy you another toy because you keep breaking yours, well, we have to respect our things. We have to understand that, we are blessed with certain material things, but if we don't take care of the things that we have, then we're not going to just go spend money on other toys. It's teaching them, because children need authentic support, authentic love, and authentic guidance, not just the quick, curt answer that we like to give them, because children are impressionable. So use these opportunities as teachable moments. Yes, we're teaching respect. Yes, we want our children to honor their parents, because the Bible even says, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the earth. But if we're not teaching them in these moments, it really just sounds like words. They don't understand. Just because you said so, really, a lot of times it's not good enough. They need to understand. Why do they have to go to school? Because you got to go to school. No, to teach them, why is education important? Why is obtaining knowledge important? Why is obtaining wisdom important? Why is maturity important? Why are social skills important? All of these different layers of life and the different benefits of the things that we have them in, whether it's sports, extracurricular activities, all of these things are great, but we need to use these opportunities as teachable moments so that our children understand why they're in this program, why they're in that program, what is the point of the tutoring. help them to understand they are wiser than we think, and we ought to give them more credit. So I want to ask you this question as we wrap up. How is your witness impacting the lives of the child or children around you? Ask yourself that question. What can you do today to positively impact a child's life by providing authentic support, authentic love, and authentic guidance? And again, teaching our children. I think of the song, I don't know what was in my spirit this morning, Greatest Love of All by the late Whitney Houston. You know, I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter, you know, all of that. We have a very awesome task as parents, as caregivers, as guardians, as adults, as godparents, aunties, uncles, grandparents. We have the ability to do these things, but we've got to use the opportunity in a positive light. The children are watching. So what are they looking at? Just going to put that out there this morning. So I could go in longer, but I'm going to wrap it up. But I want to encourage you, as always, as our tag in Purpose Journey Counseling, to be loving, be kind, be compassionate, be intentional. A little of all of these things go an extremely long way. And the children, they need to learn this too. So I thank you for joining us this morning for Tuesday Talk. I want to invite you to please join us again tomorrow morning live at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Wednesday Word. We will be right back here tomorrow, same place, same time. I thank you so much. I pray for all of these babies going to school, college, even adults who are continuing your education. I'm praying for all of you today. Have a fantastic day and bless.